Students, parents, family, friends, visitors, those of you who are here in person, those of you watching on our live stream, welcome to the 2021 Krista McCullough graduation. I was talking with a student before and said that they were a little nervous, and I said, well, don't be nervous, you're here among friends. I can guarantee you I'm going to make at least one mistake, and you see I already have. So really, this is a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm Mr. Berman, I'm the principal of the Krista McCullough School, and I want you all to make yourselves comfortable here on this very, very special day for our students and of course for our families. This graduation is a little different than usual, and but it's no less special and no less important. So to really kick us off, please stand as I introduce Julian Wynn, the first of many performers this morning who will come up and sing our national anthem. Come on up, Julian. Please stand, everyone. You too, graduates. Everyone. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thanks.
Well done, Julian.
Thank you.
Way to go, Julian. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Students, before we continue, I was supposed to catch you before you sat down, but I'd like you to entertain us for one moment, and please stand up. I want you to turn around and face your parents, please, and give them an opportunity to take some pictures of you right now, right at the get-go. So please turn around, find your parents, and parents, have at it. Let's take a moment and get some pictures. They are beautiful here today. All right, we'll get some more pictures later. Thank you very much, boys and girls. And, you know, of course, the reason we're here today, congratulations, graduates, whether you're here in person or joining us through the live stream. Way to go, boys and girls. You made it. You are today Krista McCullough graduates. Give them a round of applause. what a beautiful day today, and it's a beautiful venue. The weather is beautiful, and of course our students and families here are beautiful. And it was what I would call a great decision to ultimately decide to have an in-person graduation and a graduation here at MCU Park. As I talk a little bit this morning, I do want to sort of focus a little bit on decisions and making good decisions. Of course, it's very important in life, boys and girls, that we make the best decisions that we can as we go through life. And unfortunately, that's not always the case, and I'll share that with you in a little bit. These graduation exercises are often referred to as commencement. You might have even seen downstairs, there's a tent and it says, you know, commencement gifts on it. I hope you're wondering why graduation is often called or referred to as commencement. You might think that it's because it's the beginning of something, right? The beginning of the next part of your lives. And it certainly is. But just a little history about that. The first graduates were bound to become university professors. So this commencement was the start of their teaching profession. They were honored and recognized, and I am incredibly proud to honor and recognize our students who are here today. I'll get back to some history in a little bit, but I'm really glad that I can be here with you, boys and girls, for this milestone and to be part of this memory with you. This is really the first time I've been at any kind of gathering or anything like this, perhaps the same as many of you in the past, 13 months or so. As you know, I've been working at home remotely, and I want to tell you why, because I think it's important. First, I want to share a little more history. I have so many fond memories and connections to this area in Coney Island and almost this very spot. My best friend throughout high school lived right across the way in that building right over there in Luna Park. I went to Mark Twain Junior High School and Abraham Lincoln High School, just a short walk, both of those places from here. Riding the Cyclone and the El Dorado were some of the most cherished memories that I have with my family as kids. Playing at Faber's, playing the pinball machines. I remember my father taking my sister and I to Abe Stark, the ice skating rink right next door. And believe it or not, my daughter now works at the aquarium just down the block. I guess me sharing that with you is to let you know, boys and girls, roots run deep. They really do, and you have got roots in the Christa McAuliffe School, and I hope that wherever you go, you will have fond memories of your time at the Christa McAuliffe School. I grew up just a little bit down the ways in a small community called Seagate. Maybe some of you know it. But I think that small community that I grew up in has some connections to the small communities that we have here in our school known as academies. And right now I want to recognize each academy, starting with the Academy of Business and Law. Congratulations, boys and girls. Let's hear it for all the students in Business and Law and their assistant principal, Mrs. Mina Siddiqui. Congratulations, boys and girls. Next, Arts and Humanities. Congratulations, boys and girls. You know, I was remarking before that I'm surprised. I'm still trying to figure it out, that if you look at the graduation caps, I expected some of them to be decorated, especially from you Arts and Humanities students. But then I learned that some of you didn't even want to wear your caps and gowns today. And you know what, I get it, and that's okay too. But I'm glad you are here all in your caps and gowns, whether your mortars are decorated or not. And then finally, Arts and Academy for Scientific Research. Let's hear it for them. Congratulations, Arts Science Research. It's certainly been a very interesting year, and I am so proud of all of our graduates. You know, you've earned the right to be Christa McAuliffe graduates, and each of you joins a long list of amazing students who've graduated from our school. They've spread all over the world, and they occupy almost every profession imaginable. You too, boys and girls, are going to find your way, and I hope that you will fondly remember the time and the people at our school, those who made a difference in your lives. Let's hear it for the staff of IS 187. I want to take a moment and introduce to you the staff and the people who are on the stage here, and just take a moment to do that. First, we have Miss Mullen, a wonderful social studies teacher. Mrs. Forsyth, our assistant principal, Arts and Humanities. Mrs. Siddiqui, our assistant principal and assistant principal for our Academy for Business and Law. Caroline G., I mentioned you join a long list of graduates who are really amazing students. Caroline is an alumnus, and you will hear from her today. We're very, very happy and proud. Welcome and thank you. Mrs. Larson, a wonderful science teacher. Next, Mrs. Figueroa, thank you so much for joining us up here. Mrs. Mickles, thank you very, very much. I hope those of you who make a lot of money investing look back and give Mrs. Mickles a thank you. Mrs. Jaffe, who thought that joke was really funny, thank you very much for always laughing at my jokes. And Mrs. Lawson, thank you, welcome. Moving on the other side here, we have Mr. Labella, our PTO president. Miss Luca, 8th grade ELA. Mrs. Lochisano, also ELA. And continuing that trend, Mrs. Wedlock. Welcome, Miss Sini. Thank you for joining us. Miss Wong, thank you very much, and appreciate all your work with our school leadership team. Miss Tung, thank you. And Senora Medina. Also, we have three more parents up here. Mrs. Ortiz, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations to you. Mrs. Zhao, congratulations. Thank you very much. And also Ching Lu. And did I miss anybody on the stage? Is that who I think it is? It really is. Mrs. Lane Maloney, thank you so much for coming back. Another alumnus, but not a graduate, so I guess really not an alumnus, but always will be. Thank you for joining us and coming back. That's very, very special. So, moving on, it's certainly been a very, very interesting year. There are some other people here who made a difference in your lives, boys and girls, And I want you to stand and give your parents a round of applause, please, for working so hard with you. And I don't want to say putting up with you because you're all wonderful students. But thank you, parents. We appreciate it. We appreciate you entrusting us with your children. Thank you and congratulations to you. Their guidance and support in teaching boys and girls are the most important factors in the person you are today and the person you will become. Parents, thanks for trusting us again, and we're grateful for you. I hope you got to listen to the songs in the introduction. There was a Dave Matthews song called You and Me that I selected, and that was just for you, parents. And in one part, he sings, "Oh, when the kids are old enough, we're going to teach them to fly. You and me together can do anything, baby. You and me together." Look at these young people, ladies and gentlemen. They are ready to soar. Well done, boys and girls, and well done, parents. So certainly this graduation was never a sure thing until fairly recently, but an in-person graduation was obviously important to all of us. And we worked hard with our PTO and our staff members, particularly our graduation coordinator, Mr. File. Thank you very, very much, Mr. File, for working tirelessly with the children. As I said, this is the first event that I've been to in the past 14 months since the pandemic started. Hardly a restaurant, a friend's house, or as you know, 187. Again, you might not know why, but I told you that it was important that I shared that with you. But first, I'm here because each of you is important. I'm here because I'm vaccinated, and many of you are. I'm here because few are being infected with COVID, and I want and I needed to share this day with you. As I said earlier, I have fond memories about my middle school years, and I hope you will too. But I also look back with some lament. You see, in middle school, I started smoking. In 2014, I had some dental work done, some major dental work. And my dentist told me that if I didn't stop smoking, I would create a situation where the work that he did would fail. After all that pain and cost, I couldn't let that happen. So I decided to quit. Never mind the risk to my health and life and longevity. Not seeing my children grow up wasn't enough. It was the dentist that got me to quit. Unfortunately for me, I had smoked for too long. In 2014, I gave up cigarettes, and I started to vape. And I thought, well, that'll help me quit, and it's better than smoking. Well, I'll tell you, boys and girls, it didn't help me quit. I just vaped a lot. And after 3 years, I was diagnosed with small cell lung cancer, a particularly nasty kind of cancer. Well, they're all nasty, of course, and it required lots of treatment. The treatments are horrible, and if there's anything that I can leave you with today, boys and girls, is please don't ever smoke or vape. It will catch up to you, it will cost you your health, and it will ultimately cost you your life. Don't start, period. I will tell you that I'm working on beating this thing, and I'm doing a pretty good job so far. And I'm looking forward to getting back in September. But of course, this day is a day of celebration. And while the pandemic has taken a toll on all of us, we're already beginning the process of healing. and heal we will. We have certainly learned that indeed we are adaptable. We are tough. We are able to dance and weave like running backs when times get tough. We've learned that family matters more than we knew, and the support from our closest connections helps us navigate even the most troubled waters. We've learned that it's important to take care of ourselves and to take some time to enjoy some of life's simple pleasures. We've learned that it's important to be ready for anything, whether it be with emergency supplies or being emotionally prepared for unexpected challenges and changes. I guess the motto here is, of course, always be prepared. Finally, I've learned and reinforced that the idea that being outside is a way to shake off the hardships of having to stay home. While I've, like I've said, hardly been to a restaurant or store, I visit the beach almost every day throughout the year with my dog. I fish on my kayak and from the shore. Families, please spend time outside with and together with the ones that you love as much as you can. And here we are outside on a beautiful day near the beach, one of my favorite places to be. I hope it is for you too, and I hope this graduation is everything you expect and deserve. Congratulations, graduates, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. And now I want to introduce our next performer of the ceremony. Please turn your attention to the big screen as I present to you Fiona Chen on the saxophone. She'll be playing Saxophone Sonata, Movement 2 with Tranquility by Paul Creston. That was wonderful, Fiona. Thank you. That was really special. Our next performer coming up on the big screen is Brianna Dubovici, and she's going to play Sonatina number 2 in F major by Beethoven. Let's welcome Brianna. Thank you, Brianna. That was wonderful, wonderful. And now I have the pleasure of introducing a very, very special guest this morning. He's going to give a bit of an address to our graduates, and I know he'd like to congratulate them. Please welcome Senator Gennardis.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. All right, that was a little weak, but I know it's a big space and it's hard to have our voices carry, so you guys get a pass today. I am so excited and so glad to be here with you all to celebrate the incredible graduating class of 2021. You guys deserve a big round of applause. And isn't it great that we can be here together in person celebrating this event today? Isn't that terrific? It's great. It really is. I feel like I should be calling a baseball game or something, like announcing the New York Yankees lineup with this setup. I'm sure before I got here, some of the other speakers had asked our class to thank their parents and their loved ones for everything that they've done to get them to this point. But because I missed it, I'm going to ask us all to give a big round of applause for our parents and our families, because I know this has been a very challenging year for everyone, especially for all of you. But as hard and as difficult and as challenging it was for you, it was twice as hard for your families and your loved ones, because they had to make sure that you stayed safe and healthy and that you were still thriving in school. So it was very difficult on them, so they deserve a huge, huge thank you from all of you guys. Come on, you can go one more time. Doesn't hurt. It never hurts to say thank you to our parents. Trust me, that's my best piece of advice I can give you. And if your parents worked twice as hard to get you through this year, Your teachers and your faculty and your principals and your assistant principals worked 3 times as hard, so give them a round of applause. Because they had to learn a whole new way of teaching you on the fly a year plus ago, and that wasn't easy, but I know that they did an incredible job as proof because you're all here wearing your beautiful gowns celebrating today. I have an award to present, but before I do, I just want to share with you a quote that I heard first at a graduation a couple of years ago that has always stayed with me, and I think it's a really important quote for us all to keep in mind. It was a guest speaker at a graduation, and they said, "It's good to be smart, and you guys are graduating from a fantastic school. You're all going to do great things. There's no doubt that you're all very smart. It's good to be smart, but it's smart to do good." And so my advice to you, or my request of you, is that as you leave this school and as you go on to other things, high school, college, career, life, don't always push yourself. Always strive to do your best and to excel and to hit your marks and all of those important things that you learned here at IS 187. But don't lose sight of how important it is to always give back. And that sometimes just as important as reaching for the stars is reaching behind you and pulling somebody up their way the ladder so they can be there with you. Lifting up your friends, lifting up your neighbors, lifting up your classmates, people in need, people that can use your help. And that as you go through life, you're going to find it's very easy to hold ourselves to a high standard, and we're always going to chase after the high test score or the high career or the best named college, and those are all important. I'm not saying they're not. But also hold yourself to the standard of how many people did you help this day, this week, this month? How many lives did you touch? It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be something very small, like helping somebody cross the street. Doesn't matter. Always ask yourself what you can be doing to help others. And I think if you do both, you reach for the stars and you reach behind you, you will do incredible things. And I have no doubt about that because you have all graduated from a terrific school, you have terrific teachers, and you have terrific, warm, supportive, loving families to help guide you every step of the way. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you. You guys have done an amazing job. I'm so happy and proud of you for getting to this point, and I can't wait to see what you do in the years to come. So I have an award to present, and this is our Good Citizenship Award, and this year's honoree or recipient is Luai Taub. There we go. All right. I don't know how we're going to do this. Congratulations, everyone, and to our fathers and father figures out there, have a very happy Father's Day this Sunday. I am celebrating my first Father's Day this year, so I'm a little excited, and now I get to experience why you're all excited whenever Father's Day comes around. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. And also thank you to his Chief of Staff, Ms. Elfont. Thank you very much. I do hope you'll keep the Krista McCullough School always in your mind and always in your budget. Thank you very, very much. Lesson learned, boys and girls. Opportunities. Opportunities. I hope you had an opportunity to see the senior awards presentation that was released last night. I know over 850 of you did, and I want to congratulate all of our award winners this morning, and also who were presented at the Senior Awards. Let's give them a round of applause. Great job, boys and girls. It's so special to honor you in this way. Excuse me. And I want to thank our student ambassadors and especially Mr. Chechi, who produced such a wonderful, wonderful program. Really, well done, boys and girls. And thank you, Mr. Chechi. Yes, please. At this point, I would like to call up someone who's never let us down. She has been at every graduation that I can remember, helping us to present some of these very, very special awards to our students. And Mrs. Lochisano, would you come on up? And I thank you very much for continuing a wonderful tradition.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to call out these very special names. The first award goes to Hiran Bawa, John Quincy Adams Literary Award. Congratulations. The next award is the Assemblyman Peter J. Abadi Junior Award for Perseverance and Courage. Goes to two students, Alicia Lynn and Michelle Pan. The next award goes to Daisy Meza Valise, which is a remote student, and she has won the Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams Award for Innovation in Science. The City Councilman Justin Brennan Award for the Future Leader goes to Zainab Anwar and Charles Lee. The John Quincy Adams Memorial Award goes to Destiny Williams. The New York City Middle Schools Principals Association Award goes to Sophia De Los Santos. The UFT Academic Achievement and Character Award goes to Gracie Louie. Mr. Labella, would you like to come up and give out your awards? That's what we usually do. No? Okay. All right, I'll do it. You're welcome. The PTA Community Service Awards go to Brianna Kalin, Chloe Chen, Eric Ortiz. The next award, the Community Education Council Service Award, it goes to Danny Shao, who is remote, and Susanna Sharp. Last but not least, the Principals Awards for Special Achievement are awarded to Tasneem Ghanem, Leandra Ramos, and Maj Taub. Congratulations, every one of you.
Congratulations, graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. There are four more awards that I would like to present to to four parents who have really gone out of their way with time and effort and love that they have given to our students. Mrs. Ortiz, would you please come up? Mrs. Zhao, please come on up. See, I told you I make mistakes. We'll get the pictures afterwards, I promise. Ching Lu, please come on up. Thank you. Ching Lu is our WeChat coordinator, and I thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Yes. There's another award for a parent who couldn't be here today. Kim Jelle is another one of our special parents. She really wanted to be here today, but unfortunately, she's in the hospital working through some things. I know she's on a bit of an upswing, and our fingers are crossed. And I know we all wish her the best and a very, very speedy recovery. She has worked so hard for every student in our school. And again, I know she's disappointed not to be here with you, boys and girls. Perhaps you'll remember Miss Jelle from our bake sales. She was at every single one, and as an organizer and participant, but also as a participant baking something lovely every single time. Parents, maybe you'll remember her from one of our galas that she put together terrific teams to work with. She's a role model, and we're okay. That's okay. It was a great performance. I wouldn't mind hearing it again. But she's really been a role model for all of our families, and I have to say that she's helped raise, in her time with the school, well over $100,000. So, and again, we will present her award to her in person when she's all better. So, congratulations, Kim. And so our next performance, and I hope I got this right, is going to be Zaria Hussein, who's going to be performing Triunfal by Astor Piazzolla on the classical guitar. That was wonderful, Zaria. Really just amazing. We have on deck our next performer, who I must say is, I want to give a special thank you for being an active and elected member to our school leadership team. So thank you very much. This is Marie Corey, and yes, give her a round of applause. She's going to play Nocturne number 9 by Chopin. Aren't our students amazing? Thank you, Marie. That was beautiful. I forgot to tell you before, boys and girls, if you need to use the restroom or anything, there's a gentleman in a yellow shirt right over there by the third base dugout. If you need to use the restroom, just please go right ahead. Moving on, this part of the graduation, we get to recognize three very, very special students. Each year from each academy, a student earns the honor of valedictorian in each academy by earning the highest average over 3 years at the Christa McAuliffe School. This is obviously no easy feat, and these next students will join the ranks of previous valedictorians. I want to congratulate each of you, but first I am proud to introduce, and I'd like her to come up at this point, our valedictorian from the Academy for Scientific Research, Samantha Gallo. Congratulations, Samantha. Please come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Berman, Miss McGar, Miss Siddiqui, Miss Forsythe, faculty, graduates, and their families. To those of you who do not know me, my name is Samantha Gallo, a proud student of the Scientific Research Academy. I enjoy studying both science and math, surrounding myself with interesting people who push me to be my best, and competitive swimming. I first want to thank my wonderful parents. Besides being the sole reason why I'm in front of you today, they have been my #1 supporters from the very beginning. I would also like to thank my sister and brother for being my very first best friends. I owe a lot of thanks to the teachers and faculty I have encountered throughout my journey here at Christa McAuliffe. They pushed me to be my very best self, both academically and in general. And finally, I must thank my peers who have stuck with me ever since we were mere 6th graders. You know exactly who you are. The laughs and good times we shared mean the world to me. I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates. I vividly remember both applying and being accepted into this school like it was yesterday, and cannot believe this day has come. Back in 6th grade, 8th grade seemed like a distant future. I wasn't even considering graduation at the time. Yet here we are, 3 short months from becoming freshmen in the high schools of our choice, ready to begin the next 4 years of our academic careers. Crazy, right? I certainly made the right choice in attending this school. I couldn't have been happier. The teachers and classmates I met along this journey really created the Christa McAuliffe experience the faculty and alumni preach about. I am super lucky to have been surrounded by the amazing classmates and teachers sitting out in the audience. They truly push me to strive for excellence and achieve the impossible. I cherish every single memory I made along this journey, from crowding around each other in the lunchroom, cramming in a last-minute review for a test just to be safe, to playing football in the schoolyard, to our everyday classroom experiences. We should all be incredibly proud of ourselves for being accepted into this gifted school in the first place and pushing through this especially odd school year to the very end. At this point, on a normal occasion, at the closing of a normal school year, I would have run out of things to say. However, this was not a normal year, far from it. In actuality, we only had 1.5 years of a normal middle school experience. Another of my vivid memories was that last normal day of school, Friday, March 13th of 2020. I don't think anything could have prepared us for the year and a half that followed. It was certainly a challenge to adapt and continue to learn in a completely new environment. I don't have enough fingers or toes to count how many times the rug was pulled out from underneath us and we had to readjust to a new standard or schedule. But you know what? We did it. We've made it. We emerged from this pandemic stronger than ever and more than capable to face anything thrown our way. This experience, although harrowing for many, ultimately made us stronger in the end. I am extremely grateful to be standing here in front of you today, in person, face to face, at a normal graduation ceremony, one of the many activities we have taken for granted. I don't think anyone needs to worry about Krista McAuliffe's graduating class of 2021. We've got it under control. Thank you.
And now I want to introduce one of our amazing social studies teachers, Mrs. Mullen, to come up and share some words about ASR.
Good morning, and congratulations to our graduates. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mrs. Mullen. I have been a teacher at the Academy of Scientific Research for 25 years. The Scientific Academy is a very special place. To me, the Academy is not a place of work. It is a place that I call home. With Mrs. McGar as our leader, the Academy is one big family. Unfortunately, Mrs. McGar could not be here today, but she wanted to share a few words with you, and she had asked that I read them to you. When we began the 2020-2021 school year, we had high hopes that at some point during the school year, we would be able to go back to a normal school day. We had no idea that the restrictions would remain in place, and our year would become one of blended and remote learning. The staff and students adapted as quickly and as best they could to the new parameters of social distancing, mask wearing, and sanitizing. Although we learned to live with the disappointments of what should have been this year, you were successful in your learning and adapted to be at home all the time. As the school year ends and we say goodbye, I hope that you recall the good times you had at McAuliffe and the friendships that you made. I am also saying goodbye to the staff at McAuliffe, whom I consider my family, for I am retiring at the end of this school year. I have worked in educating students for more than 30 years and have been here at McAuliffe since the school opened in September of 1994. I am the last administrator that was an original founder of one of the 3 academies. I always did and always will love the sciences, and was overjoyed to share my passion for science with students over the years. Graduation and retirement are not all that different. Both are not the end of the road. They are beginning of the open highway. As I look forward to the next chapter in my life, I wish you all the happiness, love, and success in your future careers that I found in my career. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021.
Great, and now to introduce the students in the Academy for Scientific Research. Mrs. Luca, please come on up. Students, when you hear your class, please stand together as a group, and then when your class is finished, please take your seats. Thank you.
I'd like to say congratulations to all the graduates. I'm so happy to be here with all of you, and I wish you all the best. Class 801, please stand. Michelle Barnes, Huda Berry, Alexander Caputo, Elisa Chan, Owen Chen, Asholia Chung, Nathan Chin, Samia Jahan, Chloe Lung, Gavin Lee, Hebe Lin, Mahmuda Mayer, Melina Moy, Kenneth Ng, Alyssa Pena, Sarah Shen, Sahir Subi, Janet Tong, Jessica Belinsky, Jaden Zhang, and Ivy Zhu. Congratulations, Class 801. Class 802, please stand. Zainab Anwar, Bowden Chen, Fiona Chen, Ronald Chen, Dia Kabaj, Benjamin Fernandez, Samantha Gallo, Tasneem Gonium, Abigail Jin, Sammy Khan, Marie Corey, Jonathan Lau, Felice Lee, Irene Lee, Richard Lin, Verna Lin, Ryan Liu, Alex Lowe, Michelle Ng, Nora Nissan, Hassan Osman, Stanislav Pedrovinsky, Sophia Rapol, William Shu, Justin Shum, Luca, nice name, White, Vivian Wu, Ray Zhu, Rehan Zahin, and Jeremy Zhang. Congratulations, Class 802. Class 803, please stand. Imtiaz Ahmed, Linda Alabalwi, Rachel Alvarez, Brianna Kalin, Jessica Chen, Ryan Chen, Evan Chu, Yassine El Jaziri, Logan Howe, Jiaxin Huang, Ziria Hussan, Daniel Kolominsky, Eugene Lamb, Angelina Lee, Benny Lee, Clarice Lee, Jun Lin Liu, Aaron Lin, Alex Lin, Claire Keening Lin, Nikita Militunin, Susanna Sharp, Faiza Soha, Catherine Wajaya, Christopher Wong, Oliver Wong, Stephanie Wu, Jacob Yi, Jaden Yu, Zhao Ying, or is it Kaylee? Yu, Elizabeth Zakharovzi, Chunyin Zhang, and Jeffrey Zhang. Congratulations, Class 803. Last but not least, 804, please stand. Zinel Agoli, Dua Baig, Justin Burka, Tanvarul Boyan, Ryan Chen, Vincent Chen, Sophie Dong, Keisha Huang, Gary Zhang, Kaden Ku, Christina Kong, Chris Lam, Dennis Lam, Alice Lin, Ryan Lin, Lawrence Lowe, Daisy Meza Belize, Rachel Ramogulin, Tanvir Rifat, Madison Sadek, James Tong, Reagan Tran, Benjamin Tripp, Maria Vasilite, Emma Shao, Eileen Zhu, John Hung Yi, Abira Zahir, Jaden Zen, and Natalia Zhang. Congratulations, Class 804.
Thank you very, very much, Ms. Luca. And congratulations again to all of our students in in scientific research. Yes, give them a round of applause. Scientific research. Way to go, boys and girls. And now I would like to introduce our next performer, a live performer, Christopher Wong. Please welcome Christopher. Come on up, Christopher. He's going to play Memories by Maroon 5. Well done, sir. Well done. For our next performer, we have Lindy Fu. Please welcome Lindy. Come on up, Lindy. She's going to be playing Claire de Lune by Debussy. That was beautiful, and thank you very, very much. They're just so talented. Okay, so at this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Forsyth, our assistant principal from Arts and Humanities, who will present the valedictorian and classes from Arts and Humanities.
Good morning. Graduates, it is a privilege for me to stand before you and your families as you graduate. Your time at McAuliffe has been like no other. There have been many challenges these past 3 years. The last year and a half of your middle school experience was unmanageable. The past school year is truly a year we experienced together, although under a wide variety of circumstances, but still somehow together. During the last year and a half, we were forced to go out of our comfort zones and adapt to a new normal. You have navigated how to learn in a live classroom and a Zoom room. Our overnight and day trips were replaced with virtual trips and fun online gatherings. Nothing replaces the energy of our crowded and happy school building, but we adapted to our circumstances and had a lot of fun. So many of you have demonstrated great qualities like compassion and kindness. This was not the school year any of us expected, but it reminded me what I love most about Christa McAuliffe. While our school has a reputation of a school of high achievers, for those of us who are part of the community, we know most importantly, it is a wonderful place filled with great kids, and that is what shined through since March 2020. You looked out for each other. You made each other laugh. Despite all the challenges, you showed up to learn each and every day. I am very proud of each and every one of the Christa McAuliffe graduate students who are graduating today. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Always remember your dreams are yours, and no one can talk you out of them or take them away from you." One of the very special things about McAuliffe is that so many of our graduates come back to visit. For those of us who have worked here for many years, it seems normal. But when I speak to teachers in other middle schools, they are shocked to hear this. Always remember you are a part of the Christa McAuliffe and Arts and Humanities family, and we can't wait to see you next year to hear all about your high school adventures. Congratulations to the Christa McAuliffe class of 2021. I'm so very proud of all of you. At this time, I am very proud to introduce the valedictorian of the Academy of Arts and Humanity, Alan Chen.
Where's the speech? I don't know where.
Oh, that one's mine. Do you have yours?
No, I thought you would.
Let's check with Mr. File, okay? Hold on, right here. He's coming. He's got it for you. We're having some technical difficulties with Alan's speech, but we're going to work on that, and he's going to come back and do that. But in the meantime, I would like Ms. Forsyth to come on back up, and we can present the students, there you are, the students from Arts and Humanities. Oh, Miss Wedlock, I'm sorry. Miss Wedlock is going to present the students from Arts and Humanities. Thank you very much, Miss Wedlock. I should have remembered that.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and it's with great pleasure that I introduce the graduates of the Academy for Arts and Humanities. Woo! Class A10, please stand. All right. Antonetta Baerga, Harleen Bawa, Hiran Bawa, Zoe Kai, Hazel Chan, Nia Chen, Aaron Finnegan, Akila Jiang, Nicole Jiang, Jamul Jim, Christopher Kwong, Aiden Lai, Matilda Layden, Patrick Leanne, Elena Lynn, Elena Liu, Evan Liu, Crystal No, Jason Pan, Violet Pavone, Heather Cito, Christopher Shen, James Song, Derek Wang, Gaia Wolski, Fanny Wu, Percy Yi, Oscar Zhang, Sophie Zhang, Tiffany Zhao. Let's give them a hand. Okay? Okay, class late 11, please stand. Nay Abdallah, Mena Abdallah, Stacy Baranov, Valeria Bevzyuk, Nellie Bradford Armstrong, Alan Chen, Angela Chen, Chloe Chen, Nicole Chen, Jordan Chang, Brianna Dubovici, Lindy Fu, Joyce Guan, Kingston Ho, Nicole Casper, Marina Khalifa, Lillian Kim, Christiana Lee, Matthew Leung, Emily Lee, Caitlin Lee, Anderson Lin, Isabella Merheb, excuse me, Sophia Muchagrosso, Annie Au, Leandra Ramos, Lauren Shavetta, Ingrid Sklar, Elizabeth Smith, Lana Sotomo, Jocelyn Yi, Luigi Ying Wu, Erica Zhao. Congratulations, 811. Okay, would Class A12 please stand? Riona Chan, Timothy Chan, Herman Chen, Kevin Chen, Zhao Zhu Chen, Emily Chang, Sophia de los Santos, Vincent Finnan, Max Garland, Zin Yi He Sen, Chris Huang, Kathy Huang, Javokir Kakramanov, I hope I said it right, Vivian Lam, Jana Leung, Rakim Mahmood, Peter Miani, Imani Mosley, Jaron Rafa, Ariz Rifa, Shirley Salazar, Chloe Wang, Vivian Wu, Henry Yang, and Sunny Yi, Juan Zhang, William Zhang. Congratulations, A12. Class 813, please stand. Adia Afrin, Ying Yi Chen, Yvonne Chen, Aiden Chung, Mia Cologne, Robert Fang, Andrian Gabora, Sophia Guan, Guo Fang He, Raida Ibnat, Kyle Jiang, Anna Kokielashvili, Whitney Lee, Frank Lin, Dean Liu, Caitlin Liu, Grace Louis, Georgia McCartney, Julianne Nguyen, Opiana Pochesta, Wilson Koo, Rahi Rahman, Manha Riaz, Winnie Ruan, Jasmine Zhao, Selena Zhao, Duo Zhang, Sylvia Zhang, Sori Zhao. Congratulations to 813. And last but not least, we have class 529. Please stand. I don't know where they are. Okay. Alassane Diallo, Sydney Daniels, David Heredia, Destiny Williams, and Tan Lai. Congratulations to all the arts and humanities graduates. Way to go, guys.
Thank you, Mrs. Wedlock, and congratulations, Arts and Humanities. Well done, boys and girls. Okay. Our next performer, before we get to our final academy, will be on the big screen. And, oh, Alan's back. I'm so glad. We have resolved those technical difficulties, and Alan is here to make his valedictorian speech. Well done, Alan. Congratulations.
Greetings, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to thank everyone who makes the Krista McAuliffe School excellent. We give thanks to the administration and staff for leading our community past tough times, to our loving parents and guardians for your never-ending support and encouragement, and to our exemplary teachers and faculty for the insurmountable effort you put in to teach us, to push us to do our best, and to help us develop socially, emotionally, and physically. We thank you. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for surviving and adapting to the unprecedented and trying events of the past year. I don't think anyone here expected that 2020 would bring a global pandemic, nationwide civil disorder, an economic recession, or teachers constantly asking us to turn our cameras on. We've all been through a lot, maybe too much, and yet here we are. We have spent 3 tiring, exciting, joyful, humbling, and rewarding years in this school. We have braved many obstacles, no matter how big or small, together or alone. From trying to unmute ourselves to realize that you have been disconnected from the meeting, to collaborating with classmates to tackle important projects. We have gained important knowledge from our fine teachers and from our experiences, such as to make sure that you are muted before you try to speak. Today, I want all of you to rejoice that you have overcome these barriers to make it to the finish line, the end of this journey and the start of a new one. Words cannot describe how proud I am of each and every one of you and how proud you should be of yourselves. You may be afraid of the uncertainty of the future or the obstacles that await you in the journey through high school. I'm certain that most of us are tired living through history and want everything to return to normal. That is understandable. Humans like and want familiarity. However, we cannot return to this normal world right now. 2020 has brought upon so many atrocities that have yet to be resolved. The deaths of millions worldwide from a pandemic that could have been prevented or resolved much earlier. Systemic racism that took the lives of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and many, many more. Harassment and violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. And Twitter. If we do not do anything, if we do not do anything, our world will only get worse. I do not think returning to normalcy is an option right now. Why return to the normal world when you could contribute into making a better world? That sounds quite overwhelming, doesn't it? I think most of us are not prepared to deal with these problems, and that's okay. We are 13 to 14 years old after all. That is why I am here today to tell you we are explorers. It is in the school logo. Each of us is about to embark on a new journey, a new chapter in life, a journey filled with lessons and friendly faces and fueled by your dreams and motivations. Who knows what secrets we'll uncover along the way of high school and our teenage years. What lessons we will learn and wisdom we will gain. What friends and relationships we will discover. What challenges we will have to face. Which road we will take when two roads diverge in a yellow wood. How much we will grow. Do not be afraid of all this unmarked territory and embrace the timely discoveries you will make instead. Never forget the lessons you learned during your time at Christa McAuliffe. When the going gets tough, remember the hurdles you leaped over at your time here. Each of us will travel our own paths to be revolutionary and to fulfill our dreams, goals, and aspirations. Class of 2021, the world is in a dire need for change. Let us pave the way for a better future using our experiences gained and lessons learned from our adventures. Congratulations, class of 2021. Best of luck in high school and Godspeed.
Well done, Alan. And I have to tell you, folks, I'm so glad that I don't have to follow any of our students. Be grateful for small things, boys and girls. Okay, now, in his singing debut on the big screen is Evan Gow. Evan Gow, yes, please give him a round of applause. He's going to sing Glorious by David Archuleta.
There are times when you might feel aimless and can't see the places where you belong. But you will find that there is a purpose that's been there within you all along. And when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. And you will know how to let it ring out, as you discover who you are. Others around you start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts. It's so amazing what we're all creating. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies, each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. And as you feel the notes build higher, you will see it's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies, each one of us. Oh, it's glorious.
And indeed, that was glorious. Thanks, Evan. Our next performer will sing an original song named Memories Alive. Please welcome Sahir Subi.
Graduation day is here, so let's shift it into high gear. We worked hard, so let's reminisce today. We faced hardships and persevered, learned life lessons through the years. The memories we made will never fade. Don't let it fade away. He looks at me and then he gets your hey. When we get older, nostalgia will make for better days. It's better to make a smile every day. He said one day your life will be defined by memories that stand forever. My friend assured me with a nostalgic smile, those memories will stay alive. My friend, he told me. The tears of sorrow pouring down my embers, so won't be put out. I'll stay strong even though you will be gone. He said go venture out and go explore. Venture to your dreams galore. You'll win in life no matter where you fall. One day I sat down, my friend told me don't let it fade away. We met up at my house and he said hey, when we get older our memories will never run astray. They're here to cheer us up when we're afraid. He said one day leave the past behind, so live the year that you'll remember. My friend assured me with a nostalgic smile, those memories will stay alive. My friend, he told me. Whoa, whoa, those memories will stay alive. My friend, he told me. Oh, 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 my friend, he told me.
Well done, Zahir. Thank you very, very much. What amazing talent. At this time, please allow me to introduce someone who I have really counted on throughout this year while I've been working remotely. You know, there are things that go on in the school during the day that really need that personal touch and that personal attention that I wasn't able to give, but I know that I could count on this person 24/7. And please allow me to introduce Mrs. Siddiqui, our assistant principal from Business and Law. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. From the moment I walked in this morning and I was preparing and helping everyone get everything ready to make a special day for you, And I looked out and I saw all of you lined up along the side of the building. And the smile has not stopped from my face. It is just an incredible, warm feeling to be able to see these 3 academies all together, and I am just so happy we were able to celebrate today. ABL, ASR, AH, I want to hear everybody yell for all of you. You are amazing. And again, seeing my academy all here together, 805, 806, 807, it just brings tears to my eyes. It warms my heart. I have missed you so much. And now let's get into my speech. Usually when I begin to compose my graduation speech, I think of all of the experiences we have had over the past 3 years. Even though we did not have a full 3 years together, we still have small moments like silly card games in the cafeteria, laughing in the hallways, to larger moments like cheering on your classmates during concerts, assemblies, overnight trips to Philadelphia and Boston, walking and laughing in the cold rain, knocking on your hotel doors late at night, cheering on the nights at medieval time, and finally, racing cars with you at I Play America. Due to the pandemic, we were unable to continue and add to those in-person memories, and you were not given the IS 187 ABL experience, which all of you deserved. Over the last year and a half, I have heard terms like perseverance, challenges, overcoming obstacles. I will not use those terms today. You are students who, unfortunately, were impacted the most by the pandemic and this forever changing and sometimes confusing school year. Yet, you have continued to volunteer, create and run virtual tournaments, assemblies, and most importantly, you gave back and supported our incoming 6th grade students. You have grown and accomplished so much given the circumstances and the world we live in. For the past 27 years, I have been fortunate enough to be a middle school educator. And from my experience, middle school is a very strange place, especially this year and a half. Would say, I learned a tremendous lot during this pandemic and through our journey of remote learning. The main things I would say I would learn would be a bunch of brand new terms, maybe sometimes excuses like, my internet was laggy. You're muted. I was kicked off the meet. Miss Siddiqui, you're frozen. And my favorite, I thought this was an asynchronous day. But that was actually coming from the teachers. But seriously, the last time we were all together as a community and as an academy was March of 2020. I remember thinking, everything will be okay. We'll be back in a few weeks, back to our normal routine. And boy, I was wrong. We had to create a new normal and try our best to make sure you received quality instruction, but also that you were heard. You had someone to reach out to, and that you still felt connected and a part of the Krista McAuliffe family. Please know you have always been in my thoughts, my heart, and you will forever be a part of our family. I know you will continue to thrive and experience amazing and wondrous moments. Excel as you always have in high school and beyond. But our experience isn't over. I cannot wait to see you and hear you laughing together next week at our carnival. Let's hear it for our carnival once again. So excited we'll be able to do that for you. Thank you, ABL. Thank you, ASR. Thank you, AAH, for allowing me to be a part of your junior high school experience. As always, ABL, you have made me so proud. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce someone who I went into classrooms, I think she said 5 times, as a member of my 95 Above Club, our ABL valedictorian, Jenny Tan.
Good morning, parents, teachers, administrators, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. Today we gather as Kristen McCall graduates. It is no easy feat to graduate, especially in the middle of a pandemic. While there definitely were some advantages, such as saying pajamas all day, I'm sure I represent all of us when I say that this was not how I expected my middle school experience to be. We have all tackled the challenge of moving our classrooms from the school building to our bedrooms and adapting to remote learning. Every one of us has worked so hard to get to where we are now, and we should all be incredibly proud of our accomplishments. I want to take a moment to reflect on my time at McCall. Like all of you, I've had my fair share of good times and not so good times. It was only 3 years ago when I first stepped into this school as a 6th grader. I honestly thought I could breeze through middle school, much like I did in elementary. But I was very wrong. McCall challenged me in many new ways. The schoolwork was not only challenging, but also very fast-paced and intense. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has stressed out about an assignment before or Ms. Ng's test. Although it was definitely difficult to adjust at first, I eventually learned to better manage my time and to think critically. I also want to take this time to thank my family and friends for always assisting me whenever I needed it, especially my parents. Thank you for putting up with me when I was stressed and for always supporting me unconditionally. And of course, a huge thank you to all teachers, administrators, and staff members for helping us learn not only the curriculum, but also life lessons. You have supported every one of us, both as a school and as individuals. My time in college sometimes felt like it dragged on and on, but now that I look back and think about it, it feels like it flew by. We have all grown so much, both as students and as humans. I know that our experiences here at McAuliffe have equipped us to be the leaders of tomorrow. Let us take the skills we have gathered from middle school into high school and beyond. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
Congratulations, Jenny, and thank you. Very, very well done. Our next teacher to come up to present the students from the Academy for Business and Law is again Mrs. Lochisano. Please welcome her back to our stage. Students, again, please stand when you hear your class.
Ready, ABL? Class 805, please stand. Tiffany Bao, Harris Chen, Kevin Chen, Nicole Chen, Tiffany Chen, Chloe Cheng, Haley Chiang, Tracy Ding, Jessica Flores, Mason Fung, Wei Huang, Dion Krasnicki, Mohammed Labili, Nicholas Lee, Queenie Lin, Austin Liu, Jin Yu Liu, Zachary Liu, Anjali Puma, Danny Shao, Majd Tayoub, Emma Wang, Annie Wang, Brian Wang, Yiming Yuan, Andrew Zhang, Kelvin Zhang, Yifan Zhang, Cheng Jun Zhang, Chuer Zhang, Sophie Zhao, Ashley Zhu. Congratulations, 805. You may be seated. Class 806, please stand. Andian Chen, Ethan Chen, Junji Chen, Michael Chiang, Hannah Chiang, Sophia Galyenko, Andy Huang, Betty Jiang, Eliza Kipnis, Alan Lau, Ethan Lee, Shi Lee, William Lee, Yihan Lee, Raymond Lin, Lauren Lowe, Amanda John Liu, Ronald Ng, Anthony Ostapenko, Hind Spa, Amanda Tan, Jenny Tan, Luai Tayoub, Ferza Tariq, Aiden Thorne, Patrick Was, Linda Wong, Nicolai Yu, Kai Yu Yuang, Riva Zhang. Congratulations, 806. You may be seated. Class 807, please stand. Tai Chan, Preston Chang, Jay Chen, Winston Crawford, Evan Gao, Leonardo Hugh Garcia, Kinga Karp, Carly Coe, Clayton Leung, Charles Lee, Jason Lee, Derek Lan, Brian Lin, Eric Lin, Peggy Lin, Rebecca Lin, Sarah Liu, Stephen Luo, David Muchagrosso, Cody Ng, Eric Ortiz, Taylise Protopappas, Justin Tam, Zihan Wang, Brian Wu, Cindy Yi, Tracy Zhao. Congratulations, 807. You may be seated. Class 809, please stand. Emmanuel Abreu, Liliana Cintron, Matus Drods, Jeffrey Fung, Kevin Lara, Alicia Lin, Daniel Lin, Michelle Pan, Rebecca Yegudaiva, Jackie Zhang. Congratulations, ABL. Best of luck.
Thank you, Mrs. Lochisano, and congratulations, Academy for Business and Law. Let's hear it for them. We've got a couple of more performances, and I want to introduce our next performer and also correct a mistake that I made. Leandra Ramos, would you please come on up? And she's got a beautiful poem that she'll read. And as she comes up, you'll notice that she has a beautifully decorated graduation cap. Well done, Leandra.
Sorry, I'm a little short. There is a saying, one step forward, two steps back. It means that as we try to move forward in life, there will always be things that hold us back along the way. We're always trying to push forward, not allowing ourselves any other room for any other option in life. But I think we should be taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I see it as when you move forward, you should take a step back every once in a while to see what you have accomplished and the things that you can do and be. So please take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and remember the 3 wonderful years we have all had. Take 2 steps forward and 1 step back to take a look at everything you have accomplished. Take 2 steps forward and 1 step back and say thank you to your teachers, to your peers, to your family. Take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and just remember this day, this stadium, this stage. For after today, things will forever change. Take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and just think before you move a little too fast. We have all had our fair share of challenges these years. It was hard for many, but we are moving forward and moving on. So I wish you all the best, and all the best I wish you. Congrats and thank you.
Thanks, Leandra. That was terrific. And again, also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but thank you for being an active member on our school leadership team as well. Thank you. And finally, I'm proud to introduce our last performer this morning. She's going to play an original song. Please welcome to our stage, Rachel Alvarez.
Short because I'm pretty sure we're all tired of sitting in the heat. So yeah, here we go. Sleeping on bus rides, walking with the sunrise, creating inside jokes that make us laugh and boast. Running through the hall, no intention to stop at all, till the teacher catches us, telling us they've had enough to spend all these years with you. The memories are rushing through when we go on, go on, go on. How will we carry on to another chapter? What happens after we're gone? When we move on, move on, move on, how will we carry on, carry on? Will we run away, see the cityscape on our own? Or will we miss our home? It's easy to leave, but it's not as easy to leave the people I need. History was made within these walls. Will we ever see our flowers bloom or fall? And people always say we would grow up one day, but I think I'll wait a bit, 'cause this won't be the end of it. It was us against the world. But did we know how big the world was? When we go on, go on, go on,
chapter, what happens after we're gone. When we move on, move on, move on, how will we carry on, carry on? Will we run away, see the cityscape on our own? Or will we miss our home? What happens after we're gone? What happens after we're gone?
That was just beautiful. Thank you, Rachel. Let's give her another round of applause. And I hope you think we're doing this right. Next, and I know we're coming to the end of our ceremony, but as I mentioned, we do have a very, very special guest with a very, very special message for our students. I want to introduce an alumna, a founder of our G Mentors program, and incoming freshman at Princeton University, Caroline G. Welcome, Caroline. Thank you so
much. One of these balloon pops, I'm gonna lose it. Good morning to all the staff, faculty, families, friends, and of course, graduates. Thank you all so much for having me. My time at Christopher McAuliffe was such a pivotal period of my life that fundamentally shaped my worldview and core values. So it's a great honor to be here today. Graduates, the fact that you've made it here to such a momentous point of your educational careers is a testament to the immense resilience, determination, and drive you have exemplified the past 3 years. Such an endeavor should not and does not go unnoticed, so congratulations. To quickly introduce who I am, I graduated from the ASR in 2017, then went to Stuyvesant High School, from which I will be graduating in exactly 1 week from today. In a few months, I will be headed to New Jersey as a freshman at Princeton University, where I will be studying economics and public policy. During my middle school graduation, as happy as the day was, I couldn't help but feel a little bothered by the fact that my dad, who does not speak English, had no clue what was going on. And I'm sure some of you in the audience can relate. And I can't think of a worse thing than a parent who can't share in their child's achievements. So though I'm by no means multilingual, and I mean no means, I would like to give a quick message in my home tongue to ensure that as many families as possible can feel included on this special day. So here we go. 大家你好，我3年前喺187畢咗業。我講中文唔係講得好叻，不過我記得我畢業嗰陣時，我個爸爸唔識個個人講緊咩嘢，所以我就係想講兩句話，話多謝同埋恭喜你哋。Thank you. Now, when I think about my middle school graduation, admittedly, I don't remember a lot. The day was just kind of a blur, and I think the heat had something to do with it. But I remember having really sore toes from an intense game of tag the day before, and I also remember singing Despacito in my head while the speakers were speaking because it was so catchy. And I'm going to try to be interesting, but if you end up tuning out and applauding in the dead middle of my speech, it's okay, we're chill, no hard feelings. To be very honest, I had a very difficult time writing this speech. So much so that I ended up rewriting it 9 times. And every time Mr. File reached out to me asking how the speech was going, I would respond great, going well, it's amazing, when all I had in my notebook was Captain Marvel doodles and some swirls. So eventually, I doubled down and started to brainstorm some of my middle school experiences. Some highlights included the time I accidentally threw my friend's football into the garbage can at 176 and blamed it on a toddler standing 10 feet away. The time I disappointed Mr. Sylvester at a Young Runners meet by showing up in denim shorts. And the time I made my lab report for Miss Dees, who I don't think is here, but for her science class, 2.15 space,
so that it would look like I wrote a lot more than I actually did. It's a good trick that works in high school, if you're wondering. But I also found myself jotting another thing down in my notebook: washing the dishes at my grandparents' house. During my middle school years, I would visit my grandparents every Saturday night with my mom and older sister. And it was so ingrained in my weekly schedule that it became like my version of church on Sundays. So every week, we would hop in the car at around 6 p.m., drive like 20 minutes to my grandparents' house just to spend like an hour and a half looking for parking. And my grandparents' caretaker usually prepared a big meal for us. Nothing like overly grand, just like a few intensely boiled vegetables. If you come from a Chinese household, you know what I'm talking about, like the cucumbers that are like white, oh my gosh, and like shredded cheese, and tasyu, which is braised pork, and like my favorite thing ever. I was really young, and my Cantonese was not good. It's not, by the way. So I mostly stayed quiet while the adults all talked. And I would casually listen in as my grandma recounted the family gossip for the third time, discussed what she had read in the newspaper for the fifth time. And to avoid any further conversation, I willingly washed the dishes every time. And I don't mean like a few pots and pans. I mean like mountains of dishes and pots, because if you know Chinese cooking, you know that every single ingredient needs its own plate, like ginger, soy sauce, everything. And the experience of washing those dishes, my grandma's broken Hello Kitty dish in one hand and her metallic teaspoon in another, one ear listening on my family's conversation while the other listened to the rushing water of the faucet, was a hallmark of my middle school years. This tradition started to falter right around the beginning of high school. And at STI, it became so easy for me to just postpone going to my grandparents. One week, it was a track meet that ended at 8 p.m. Another week, it was a party at a friend's house. And the more and more I started using my Metro card, and the more captivated I was by Manhattan's high-rising and up-and-coming allure, the more I just pushed my family inside and opted to instead hang out with friends at the local Barnes & Nobles, or grab dinner with teammates at Wagamama. My life went from tasyu and sorry, my mask, oh my goodness, and boiled bok choy to smoked salmon bagels and Subway cookies, from a cramped 400-square-foot apartment at Sunset Park to a high-end, quaint boutique in gentrified Manhattan. During the early stages of the pandemic, my grandma called me almost every day. Our conversation be something along the lines of, "Hello, Mumoy. Popo. What are you doing right now? Just some homework. Good girl. Always so hardworking. Yeah. Have you gone running today? No, not yet. Remember, before you run, you have to warm up and, yeah. You must stretch your legs and, yup. Do you understand? Yeah, I got it. Okay, I won't distract you from homework anymore. Okay, bye." Until she stopped around the months of June and July, something I didn't even realize until reflecting on it months ago. And it scares me that I went almost 5 months without talking to my grandma and didn't even bat an eye. I saw her again for the first time during Christmas, and after much fussing, she came over to our family's new house to spend the afternoon with us. And as she stepped out of my dad's car and waited for my mom to assist her up the stairs, I noticed the slight curvature of her spine, the wrinkles deepening in her eye bags and her arms, and the heavy burden that seemed to rest upon her small, fragile ankles. She looked weak, sullen, and drained of all the vitality that once characterized her youth and early elderhood. It was like watching a once gallant sunflower wilt in the sunlight. Now, I know you may be confused, like, why is this random girl talking to me about her family that I don't know and I probably don't care about? And the answer is this. I've done a lot of good at McAuliffe and at Stuyvesant. I've made a great name for myself and achieved great things that people remember me for and will remember me for. But I've also done things that I regret and wish that I could have done better, the pushing aside of my family being the main one. High school is such an exciting time. It's the point in your life where you can start going places by yourself, where you can choose your own friend group and take a certain degree of control over your life that you couldn't as a middle schooler. That being said, high school is also a time when it's so easy to forget the small things. The people, the places, the smells, the small conversations, the balloons randomly popping every 10 minutes that made this world of exploration and fascination possible. In high school, you are going to be challenged to set your priorities and forge your core values. My hope is that you can learn from my experience and think wisely about the choices you make and the people they impact. Because at the end of the day, grades and tests only run so deep. So if I can impart one final message to you all, it would be this: your branches can only reach high if your roots go deep. So love your family, thank your teachers, cherish your friends, and never forget the people who made you you. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Caroline. You always were and continue to be truly, truly amazing. As we draw to a close, I want to thank a team of people who helped this event happen. First, as I mentioned before, Mr. File, our graduation coordinator, he's over there. Thank you very, very much, Mr. File, for helping this event. Mrs. Varagis, our musical director, who has worked so hard with our children and really has helped produce a wonderful, wonderful event today. Mrs. Gasser working so hard behind the scenes to make sure everything came together. Mrs. Siddiqui, who I talked about, who I'll always be so, so grateful for, and I know you will too. Mrs. Badia, who made our programs. Mr. Sylvester, who's helping out behind the scenes and always does. Mr. Labella, up here on the stage, thank you very much for your tireless work for our families, for our students. We're grateful for you, and we're lucky we have you for another year. I want to thank, of course, all of our PTO members and our staff members who have made this event special and your time at Christa McAuliffe special, boys and girls. At the conclusion of this ceremony, boys and girls, please remain in your seats, but when you do hear the music start, you're going to exit the same way that you came in, out in right field, and you can meet your parents outside. Teachers will help direct you. So now the part you've all been waiting for. This is like the official part. Boys and girls, please stand. Only you graduates. And please move your tassels from left to right or from one side to the other. We don't mind. By the power vested in me by the New York State Education Department and the Department of Education of the City of New York, I now declare you graduates of the Christa McAuliffe School. Let's hear it for our graduates. Congratulations, boys and girls. Congratulations, families. And I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you, and thank you. Great job, boys and girls.
A one, a two, a one, two.
beside you.